Hi everyone. Hi, my name is Remi Olutimayin. This is my first live on YouTube, so please be gentle with me. All right, so I want to share three things that I've learned recently about value creation when it comes to voice acting. Now, I want to be very clear about what I mean by value creation acting. Value creation essentially means that whatever situation you find yourself when you get there, you bring because you are there by your choices, by the conversations that you have, you discover deeper value that can be brought out of the situation as opposed to just showing up and also, get a job. Now there are different levels to value creation, of course, but I think the important thing is that once you exercise value creation, a lot of things become easier. Yeah, that's a lot of things become better. A lot of things become more delightful, you know. And yeah, I believe that it's one of the best ways to discover who you are in value creation. So the first lesson is that one of the problems that every client will have is not really being clear about what it is that they want. So a very important value creation tool is the question. In fact, the right question. You might stumble through the first three or four questions before you get that right question. But the thing is that once you get that right question, an amazing thing happens. The client is suddenly more focused and more settled about what it is that they want. And by doing so, and by being so, um, your work becomes absolutely amazing. Yeah. There, there tends to be some as negative experiences do happen, but I think that a lot of it usually does boils down to not asking the right questions or not asking questions until you get to the right question that solves the problem. The second thing, and this is something I've experienced, voice directing advertising. Yeah. Um, so the thing is that when you're given the material, when you're given the material, it's important to take into cognizance, yeah, the the weight and nature of the room. Now, what I mean is this: typically, and expectedly so, the the voice talent is there. I, the voice director, am there. The producer is there. Then the client representatives, they are there as well. Now, I want you to please picture with me. Everybody wants to have a good job done. Everybody wants to walk away knowing that they did the best that they could and that their best was more than good enough. So I want to I want us to if you can imagine with me what it was like. It was remote. It was a remote session. Um, it was from another African country. Mhm. And because of the laws that have been set down, even if you want to do a Nigerian advert, it needs to. Sorry, if you want to do an advert that's for Nigerians, you need to have Nigerians on it as the voice talents, Nigerian talent, really. So that was the basis. So the thing is that they wanted to sell a good message. I got it. The talent wanted to do a good job. I got that as well. The thing, however, was that in the writing, the translation, I believe, yes, it was for Pidgin English. In the writing in the translation into Pidgin English, um, there were some challenges. Now, challenges had been overcome in terms of the writing, but then comes the challenge of the performance. Yeah. And typically, you would think that, well, you have the voice artist and you have the and the producer. They can just find a way between them to get it done. This is where the value creation happens for me as a voice director. Once I'd heard the um, once I'd heard the voice actor who he'd made the first attempt, then second attempt, then the third attempt. I then got the feedback from the client representatives. And because of my training and because of my experience, I could triangulate what they were trying to capture. I could triangulate it. I could almost say, almost like it was almost like 3D for me. So, kind of like how you feel an object in the dark. That's how I felt the kind of performance that they wanted, that they needed, that their client was expecting. And and where I'm so sorry. Hold on just a minute. Hey. Hi, yeah, I'm on a live right now actually. Can I call you back in 10 minutes? Okay. All right. So yeah, that's one of my it was an important call. She's important to me. Yeah. So so yeah, felt the object in the dark. And so I knew I could feel what the client was asking for, what the representatives were seeking, what the voice talent had in his arsenal that would meet that need. And I felt how as if I operate as a base, I can make all 3 points stand, and have this isn't very good. But if you can imagine, yeah, you can get it, yeah. So, and that's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. So, it was a very important lesson for me because by the time we were done, and we were done in a very quick. There were no arguments. There was no back and forth. There was no. I think that you Nigerians tend to. No, none of that. You know, decent, helpful, cordial, professional conversation, and the picture became clear. And we were done so quickly. We even had time for a few riff offs as options because my opinion is that if you're a voice actor, if you're a voice actor, your primary job is to give options to the producers. Yeah. Now the third lesson is that when it comes to the challenges that your clients might be facing, I think it's important that you empathize. I think it's important that you empathize because I don't think anybody consciously wants to reduce their their network. You know, there's some people that I understand we can't work with. We can't work with. I can't work with them ever again. And it's nothing personal. I promise you, it's nothing personal. It's just that their style, their approach, and mine don't quite meet. So the truth is that um, they their best and my best may not agree. To give a more clear example, um, it's like somebody making their best souffle, and they say, "Okay, yes, we want to make this a side dish to pounded yam and egusi." The souffle is on point. The pounded yam and egusi is on point. They are not supposed to. Milk and egusi is not. It's not. You understand? It's not even digesting well in my head. You get in my imagination. So yeah, whenever I come across situations like that, so who knows if we change if the menus improve or expand to a point where they can meet. Sure, of course, why not? But yeah, I believe that it's now the thing is this, right? The value creation point there is you help streamline who you are and what you are doing. So that way you are not taking on work that's not right for you, regardless of how much is being offered. You just don't take work that's not right for you. And that gives what you can do properly a better chance to come out strong. The other thing too is that it gives the client uh, room to really look for what's the best fit for them. Yeah. So yeah, those are three lessons. I just thought that it's very important to share them because, hey, it's not just about talking into a microphone. Anybody can talk into a microphone, but once you start to understand how you create value and how you can create value and you do create value, boom, that's perfect. That's perfect. All right, so I'm Remi Olutimayin, globally ranked, the first African to be globally ranked number one for animation voice acting and also for audiobook narration. And yeah, this is me in my zone. My best comes up when I'm relaxed. You know, as I say here to other Nigerians and other Africans, I do not put starch. I don't like to put starch. When you put starch, you don't know the thing is like a tent. It's not like cloth. It's not sitting on you. It's like a tent. It's like a tent. It's a facade. Yeah, so I like being relaxed. Yeah. All right. So you guys take care. Thank you so much for your time. Okay. All right. Bye.